The 2020 NBA Draft will not be as bad as most people think. Yes, there isn't a true number 1 overall pick like Zion Williamson or Karl-Anthony Towns from years past. But in this year's draft, there is some quality depth, like Georgia's Anthony Edwards and Dayton's Obi Toppin, that will satisfy most teams drafting at the top. When you look at the top of the draft options, the big man is scarce, with the top 2 being James Wiseman from Memphis and the previously mentioned Obi Toppin. Let's start off by talking about the wide variety of guard options. Georgia's freshman shooting guard, Anthony Edwards, has been speculated as a potential number 1 overall pick. He's 6'5", and his size will give him immense potential in defense in the NBA. When looking at his offensive playstyle, Edwards is a slasher. He can score off pull-ups, step-backs, but most of all, driving to the hoop. He shot over 50% on 2-pointers, but he struggled from deep, only hitting on about 30% of attempts. Edwards' size allows him to get rebounds, and he grabbed 5.4 boards a game for the Bulldogs. His playmaking leaves some to be desired though, but he has potential there, and dished out 2-point assists per game in college. Moving on to North Carolina point guard, Cole Anthony. He is a high-speed playmaker and was in the 6th fastest offense in college with the Tar Heels, according to KenPom.com. Anthony is very explosive, but he needs touches to stay active, as evidenced by his 30% usage rate. Sometimes he overdribbles or ball hogs, but when he chooses to pass, it's more a good pass than not. In college, Anthony struggled with efficiency, shooting 38% from the field. He is a good prospect, though, for teams in the market for a point guard that can initiate the offense. Killian Hayes is a combo guard that has been compared to the Timberwolves' D'Angelo Russell. Theo Maledon, the 19-year-old point guard from France, is a good shooter and a smart passer. LaMelo Ball, Lonzo's younger brother, can do it all, and he averaged 17 points, 7.6 rebounds, and 6.8 assists in the NBL Australian Overseas League. There are many more talented guard prospects in this draft, but let's move on to the forwards. Obi Toppin is probably the highest climber on draft boards since the beginning of the season. The 6'9" athletic redshirt sophomore from Dayton impressed many by putting up 20 points and 7.5 boards a game while leading the nation in dunks. He shot an efficient 63.3% in college, and there aren't many faults in his game, the one knock being his age. Toppin is one of the oldest prospects in this draft at 22 years, but he is still on the top of many general managers' lists. The other top forward in the draft class is Deni Avdija. He played overseas in Israel and averaged 12.3 points, 5.9 boards, and 2.4 assists. That assist number can be misleading though, as many experts have said Avdija's playmaking skills are top in the draft. He looks first to make plays for his teammates, but also shot 38% from beyond the 3-point line. Auburn's Isaac Okoro, Washington's Jaden McDaniels, and Memphis' Precious Achiuwa make up the rest of the first tier of wings. Lastly, the centers. The center position is not one of strength in this draft. James Wiseman will easily be the first one taken as he dominates the paint. In his 3 games with the Memphis Tigers, he had around 20 points, 10 rebounds, and 3 blocks a game. The next group of big men is composed by Onyeka Okongwu from USC and Isaiah Stewart from Washington, but there is a large gap of talent between them and Wiseman. We now bring on Will to give a glimpse into who could possibly go first overall. So Will, who do you think will be the first pick in the 2020 NBA Draft, to whatever team lands that first slot?
For me, I think LaMelo Ball is the most talented prospect in the upcoming draft. He has all the tools offensively, and just like his older brother Alonzo, he's solid on defense as well. It also depends on the fit, but he's probably the best player in the draft.
Thanks, Will. As previously stated, it's anyone's guess as to who will first hear their name called by Commissioner Adam Silver, but the depth of this draft class could prove many people wrong about the talent it will produce. Thanks for listening to Sportsified. Make sure to click the subscribe button and check out our website at sportsifiednews.wixsite.com/home.